We're up here in Tahoe. Thanks for everybody being concerned. We made it up here. We're up here in beautiful Lake Tahoe, up at my granddaughter's house, my son and his wife's house, and we're got a good show for you here today. So wait for a few more people to log in, and we'll be ready to go. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's ready for this great weekend. It's going to be fun. I got a good game plan up on the website. Going to be posting it around 3:30 today. Let you know what's going on and where it's going on at. We got, hey, Big Dave, how are you, buddy? We got big weather coming on the weekend on Sunday. The weather's going to be absolutely bizarre. The amount of wind and the direction it's coming out of, but it should be cool. It should be fun. It should be a fun weekend. We got a big moon though, and still not. We haven't had enough water to really make, or enough rain to make that water dirty. So things could be kind of slow for the lobster thing, but other than that, it should be a fun weekend. I got some really good plans for you. So check out the website, yoursaltwaterguide.com. Don't forget, this is Opsin Fluorocarbon Thursday. We always talk a little bit about lobsters. A little bit about, I'm sorry, I'm reading one. We always talk a little bit about Opsin Fluorocarbon on Thursday, so pay attention. We'll be talking about that in a few minutes. But what I want to talk about today, gang, is your fishing line. And those of you that are still using monofilament as your fishing, as your main line coming off of your reel. And here I got a nice Komodo reel right here. Beautiful reel. But look at this monofilament. This is monofilament that was brand new off the spool a week and a half ago. And then we fished with this off the beach when we went and caught the big needlefish. And this is what it looks like after a week and a half, after it's been out in the sun and after it's been in the elements. Salt. What breaks down monofilament? Sun and salt water. And look at this mono. It looks like a giant spring. I want you to go to your reels today and look at those of you that are still using monofilament for line, and look at your mono. And if it looks like this, then it's already starting to rot and it's no good. And I don't want you throwing this out into the water when you're going fishing. Those of you on Spotify and Apple Podcast, what I'm showing is the monofilament actually looks like a slinky. Those of you that are old enough to remember the old toy, the slinky, this is what monofilament looks like after it's been left on your reel for only 2 weeks, but it's been fished and it's been out in the elements. That's why I always say you should all be using braid. But if you don't really know how to fish, I wouldn't suggest going out on a half day or a 3/4 day or multi-day boat with braided line, because you just cause major havoc for everybody else out there. But those of you that have a clue how to fish, if you're still using mono, and it looks like this, you're just cheating on yourself. Monofilament's already like a spring. It has so much stretch in it compared to using straight braid with a little piece of fluorocarbon. All my reels are filled with straight braid. The guy that I went fishing with didn't know how to fish straight braid, so I just put some of this mono on level line for him so he'd be okay fishing. I didn't have to tie his leaders every 15 minutes when he broke his lures off in the rocks on the beach. But this was brand new, 20 pound, a week and a half ago. It was fresh off a brand new spool. But the minute it touches salt and the minute it touches sunlight, it starts to break down and deteriorate. And then it gets that memory in it. When it gets that memory in it, you can run your fingers down it and you can feel all the twists and turns of the line. That already tells you that it's not good. And it's got the breaking strength's already changing, and the weak part of the line and the strong part of the line are not the same when it starts to break down. So it's super important to go to your fishing reels when we get done talking, or when you get home from work, because I know a lot of you watch this while you're at work. When you get home, take your reels and pull the line off. If you got monofilament, it's already rotten, so you might as well strip that off and cut it off to the braid where you have your braided backing, and wait until it's time to go fishing again before you put the monofilament on there. But if your reel is full of monofilament like this, you got to get that monofilament off and throw it in the trash, or throw it in the recycle bin, excuse me. and get that line off your reel, because, man, you're going to get all excited and you're going to go jump on your boat and you're going to go fishing and you're going to throw this garbage. And I'm telling you, if it looks like this, it is garbage. You're going to throw that in the water and then you're going to hook fish of a lifetime. You don't know. If you're a member of our website, you got a very good chance of hooking a fish of a lifetime on your line once you throw it in the water. But if you're not a member of our website, then I understand. Most of you are going to throw your line in the water not even expecting to get a bite. But if you're a member of my website, you're going to throw this line in the water, you're going to get a bite right away, and it could be the fish of a lifetime. What I would tell you, though, is if you get all this garbage mono off, you're going to want to fill the reel up to the rim with braided line. And then you're going to want to use a very small, short piece of fluorocarbon. That's what I suggest using. And what kind of fluorocarbon? Opsin fluorocarbon. Opsin, if you absolutely have to get a bite, go to Opsin USA. Check out the website. I want you to go there, and I want you to check out the website, and I want you to check out the prices. And then if anything makes sense, put in the code YSWG as you're checking out. If you do that, when you put in the code YSWG, that's going to enter you into the contest to win a free gift package from Opsin. I want you to go to the website and check it out. I'm not asking you to buy anything, but if the prices make sense and you think, hey, I like this clear fluorocarbon that Dave talks about all the time, then absolutely buy it and put in the code YSWG, and that's going to save you. I believe it's 15 or 20% right now. I'm not exactly positive where we're at on the savings. I know it's saving, so I know that you're going to save money. I know that just by entering the code YSWG. And then that'll get you in the contest, and Greg's going to send you out a bitchin' gift package with forged spools of fluorocarbon simply by going over to his website and checking it out. And then on next Thursday, we'll announce the winner of that gift package. But you need to go to opsinusa.com, check out all the different fluorocarbons he has over there, and check out his prices. We will know who went and visited the website. Our SEO guy can take care of all that. We'll know who visited the website, and we will send out, when we pull that name out of the hat, Kelly will pull the name out on Thursday, and we'll decide who wins that 4-pack of fluorocarbon that Greg's giving away at Opsin USA. So go to Opsin USA, and then when you're checking out with your fluorocarbon you decide to buy because the prices are so bitching, and then you wanted to save, put in the code YSWG and you'll save. All right, so back to this monofilament. Those of you that are still using mono full spools, you're fishing dinosaur style. The difference between mono and braid is when that fish swims by, he can just swim by. He doesn't even have to eat the bait. Right away, we're going to know, because we can feel everything with the braided line, but you can't feel everything with the fluorocarbon. I mean, with the monofilament. You're not going to fill your reel all the way. Well, Greg hopes you are all the way to the rim with fluorocarbon, but you will with monofilament. And then you're fishing with the spring. Another thing that blows my mind, this rockfish fishing. Guys are fishing rockfish with a reel full of braid, and then they put 100-foot top shot of monofilament on there. Well, you just took away the whole idea of fishing with straight braid. The whole idea of fishing with straight braid is just to use a short leader or a short double dropper loop of fluorocarbon fishing for rockfish, because you don't want that monofilament going in the water when you're fishing for rockfish because of the stretch and because of the fact that monofilament floats on the top of the water. So the more mono you put on, the harder it's going to be to get to the bottom. The more weight you're going to have to use. You're defeating the whole purpose of using straight braid the minute you use monofilament as a top shot or as a leader material. You want to use fluorocarbon. You want to use the length of the rod or less in fluorocarbon. That way you don't have to put the knots through your guide. But man, if your reel is filled up with this line that looks like a spring, get it off of there. And if you already know you have monofilament on your reel, strip it now, because you're not fishing anyway. It's the holiday season. Most people aren't fishing, but those that aren't using monofilament anymore. So get that mono off of there and don't put it back on again until next season, because you have to use mono because you don't know I know why most of you use mono today. It's because you don't know connection knots and you're scared to death of connecting fluorocarbon to braid. So you use mono because you know how to tie on your hook to mono, or you know how to put your dropper loop onto mono, but you don't know the connection knots. That's why people are still afraid to fish straight braid, because they don't know the connection knots. Learn the connection knots. I have all of them on my website at yoursaltwaterguide.com. Rick Maxa from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, he shows us a bunch of different connection knots. I have a bunch of different connection knots. Breck up at Hogan's shows you connection knots. If you go to our website, Your Saltwater Guide, and check out all the different connection knots on how to connect your braid to your braid to your fluorocarbon, you won't ever have to use that mono again. You want to dump as much mono off your reels as you can and use the very, very least amount you possibly can. If you care about the environment at all, this is horrible for the environment. Monofilament lasts forever. That's why we always say put it in a recycle. Go down to a tackle store. Most tackle stores have that recycle box for the monofilament. If you're throwing it in your trash can, it's going in a landfill. It's there forever. So monofilament's horrible for the environment. Braid's going to last you your lifetime unless you get in a big tangle and you have to pull off half the spool because you're in a big tangle. But it's going to be better for the environment. It's going to be better for fishing. That's why I always suggest filling your reel up to the rim with braid and then using a short piece of fluorocarbon, length of the rod or less, because you do not want it going through the guides. So I hope this helps you a little bit. Those of you that are over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, I'm sorry you can't see this, but it looks just like I said. Those of you that just joined, it looks like a slinky coming off of your reel if you're using mono. No reason anymore to use monofilament. There really isn't, except for the fact that you don't know how to tie your connection knots. Another thing, remember, we're giving away that free trip on bowline sport fishing to go bluefin tuna fishing. Once the season starts, we're going to give that trip away on February 1st. We're going to pick the name. Justin Botrell, owner of Bowline Sport Fishing, has decided to donate this trip to one of our lucky viewers, our listeners. And it should be pretty spectacular. And how do you win that? Well, you got to go to our store. You got to go to Your Saltwater Guide, the store. Go to Your Saltwater Guide and click on the store. And then once you're in the store, go look at all the cool products we have. There's no obligation to buy anything. I want you to go check out the store. If you're listening to our show, or your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or your cousin, somebody listens to the show all the time, and believe me, a lot of people do. We get millions of views a day. So there's a lot of people looking. They're all asking you, what should I get you for Christmas? What can I get you for Christmas? What should I get you for Christmas? Go to my store, Your Saltwater Guides, the store, and check out all the cool merchandise we have over there. Shirts, sweatshirts, hats, coffee cups, coffee mugs, the shirts with the sayings on the back, all the sayings I use all the time. Go to the website. Don't buy anything. We'll know who you are. That's going to enter you into the box to win the free tuna trip on bowline sport fishing with Justin Botrell. And I'm going to make a guest celebrity appearance on that trip. I'm going to go fishing with you. I'm not going to be involved in the captain of the boat or the deckhand of the boat, but I am going to be on the deck fishing with you. That's all going to be one lucky winner, February 1st. And all you have to do is visit our store, Your Saltwater Guide, the store, and check out all the cool merch. And if you do buy some, great. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. But I know there's people in your immediate family that watch us all the time, and you're dying to figure out what to get them. Go get them some swag from my website. All right? Remember, gang, when you're fishing these rockfish, you're on my website, you're going to all the spots, all the numbers that I give you on my website. What the number one thing I think is important is you have to make sure that when you're going to the numbers, you're getting right on top of the numbers. And then when you got it 0, to go to get to the spot, when it says 0.0 to go to get to the spot, you got to tap the boat in reverse a little bit, stop the forward momentum, and drop your weights right down to the bottom to catch those rockfish. And how can you do that to the best of your ability? To make sure your reel's filled to the rim with braided line, not monofilament, no top shot to monofilament. That's the lamest thing in the world. The only reason you do that is because you don't know connection knots. And that's shame on you, because I have all of them that you need. Very simple and easy to tie. I don't use any big words that you won't understand. I just talk to you like I need to be talked to so we all can figure it out. All right, gang, thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hopefully tomorrow my grandbaby's up and we'll do the show with her. But tomorrow's going to be Text the Show. Friday, we're going to let you text in your questions. I'll answer them the best of my ability. If I don't know the answer, I'll make something really cool up that makes it sound like I know what the hell I'm talking about. So thank you very much for joining us today. Check out my store. Don't forget the holiday package that we have at the website. $200 for all the bundles and a 1-year membership to your saltwater guide. Check that out. A lot of people are taking advantage of that. I'll be with you tomorrow one way or another, with my granddaughter or without. All right. Thank you. Bye. See you later.